Today is the day. England is taking on Brazil, and Brazil is already in London. They trained at Wembley yesterday. I saw some of the photos, and they're really very pleasing and very encouraging. Now, we are here to bring you the match preview. It's going to come in through like 12 to 13 hours. What's the time now? All right, 10 hours from now, the game of football is going to be kicking off at Wembley as Brazil is being hosted by England in a game where England is going to lose out on players like Harry Kane, Kyle Palmer, Bukayo Saka, Jordan Henderson. All those three players are really out of this encounter. And for Bukayo Saka, he was sent back to the London Colony to obviously see to it that he really gets treated to really full fitness to get ready for the game of Man City. For Harry Kane, he might be available as England takes on Bellingham. And for Jordan Henderson, I think he's gonna be ready for the game of Bellingham. The same applies to Cole Palmer, but the others, especially Bukayo Saka, are really out of this game. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, for Brazil, they're really having a very huge size out of players. For example, they don't have Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Magalhaes, Ederson Marquinhos, and Casemiro. And Gabriel Magalhaes and Casemiro were the late pullouts. They pulled out towards like 2-3 days to the starting or to the commencement of the training of the Brazilian national team. And Alisson Becker is also out. Then they don't have their first two choice goalkeepers, and they don't know how they're really gonna make it, because it looks like it's gonna be really bad for the side of Brazil as far as the goalkeeping department is really concerned. So we wait and see how that pans out, but we're here to bring you what this game of football is gonna be like and how we expect these teams to line up. For England, they're obviously trying to gear up and play the big lads. Therefore, one of the big lads in South America is Brazil, and they are going to take on Bellingham because they believe that they should see themselves get to better levels of really winning such games and get ready for tournaments they're going to be playing in the Euros of Germany. That is in June to July. Remember, they're really the favorites, and we just can't wait to see how that pans out. Gareth Southgate comes into this game of football when he's all over the place by the media, linking him to Man United, and yesterday he spoke out and said, it's really disrespectful to come out and talk about a manager who is really having a job. The English national team manager, and Ten Hag manages Man United. Respect should be given respect, and he called up for it. But we wait and see how that pans out. Now, let's see how England is going to really line up into this fixture and see how the manager is going to really bring in the players. Kobe Mainoo is one of those that is going to obviously make it to the camp of England, and he's expected maybe to make his debut today as England takes on the side of Brazil at Wembley in a 90 capacity seater. So in goal, England has Ramsdale, Johnston, and Pickford. The battle is in between Pickford and Aaron Ramsdale. But if at all Aaron Ramsdale was getting ample playing time at Arsenal, then it would have gone ahead to be something tricky for him to obviously for the manager to make a decision. But with Aaron Ramsdale not getting in ample playing time at the side of Arsenal, when he came in through, looked rusty. So I think it's gonna be Pickford, who is a regular at Everton. And to show you that he's really good, Everton is going to have to keep very many clean sheets. By the way, he's among the top 5 clean-sheeted goalkeepers in this season. That is Pickford for you. Right back, they're having Kyle Walker. There is Gomez. There is no Trent Alexander-Arnold. There is no Rich James. So that leaves it for the man himself, that is Kyle Walker, to come in through and really play as the right back for the side of Brazil, for the side of England, to trace and really track Vinicius Jr., because Vinicius Jr. is very fast, and Kyle Walker is the man that can match his levels of really running. And when he's there, Vinicius Jr. will need to pull out a rabbit from the hat to create that magical moment in there for you. So Kyle Walker to play as the right back. Left back, no Luke Shaw. So it leaves him with the guy called Chilwell. Ben Chilwell to play as the left back. You never know, he might even try to fidget and really put their Kylian Trippier to obviously carb out Rafinha, because Rafinha is going to obviously have a very good swift left foot, and we expect him to obviously come in through and do the needful into that entitlement of the game. Central defense, right-sided centre back John Stones, obviously playing alongside Harry Maguire. These two have been the centre back partnership for England for a very long time. They started playing together way back when England was playing the World Cup of 2018, and ever since then, the rest is history. 6-7 years down the road, playing together, it shows you how good they are into this season. That is the back four of England. And when you go to the midfield, you anticipate that Declan Rice is going to be playing the double pivot because the system is 4-2-3-1 alongside Jude Bellingham. That is it. So, that is the double pivot for England and how they are going to look. You are going to pull Jude Bellingham into the double pivot role alongside Declan Rice to curb and checkmate everything that Brazil tries to cook around there. And I think James Maddison, who is really in epic form, is going to be playing ahead of them as a central attacking midfielder, meaning that midfield is really going to face the likes of Douglas Luiz, Bruno Guimaraes, and Lucas Paqueta. I believe the manager of Brazil is going to go in for players that are playing the Premier League because they know how to encounter these players. So I think that midfield is obviously going to look really good. And the right forward for England, I think it's going to be none other than Phil Foden, man who is really having a lot of form in him. He really has a lot on for himself this season, and no one really doubts what is going to have to put up onto the field of play. So Foden is going to be playing as a right forward or a right attacking midfielder, player in form coming in through for Bukayo Saka. We all know that if at all Bukayo Saka was here, Saka would have gone ahead to obviously make it into that position. Now the left forward or left attacking midfielder is Marcus Rashford. Right? Marcus Rashford comes in through to play in the left attacking side of the midfield, to come in through and really drop in. And he's really in epic form. If at all you've been following him up at Man United, he has been scoring his previous three games against Man City, Everton, and Liverpool, meaning that it's just a matter of time for him to come in through and really do the same like he has gone ahead to be doing in for the club of Man United. And when you look at Marcus Rashford, he's facing competition coming in through from Anthony Gordon, who plays for Newcastle, and Anthony Gordon is really in an epic form. He plays really well, and Marcus Rashford needs to find himself putting in a statement to obviously get into the starting 11 of England. You saw to it that when he was on fire, even the World Cup was not a starter. That is it. So ever since him having a very good season of 2022-2023, looks like Gary Southgate has gotten to know that he's my best left attacking midfielder, ahead of Jack Grealish and Anthony Gordon, who is really coming in through to play for the England national team, coming in through from the under-21s that went ahead to win the Euros of 20 of under-21s last year. So Marcus Rashford, and now he's going to lead the line. Harry Kane is out, first and foremost, and we're having Gerard Bowen alongside Ivan Toney. I know people really love Ivan Toney, but Ollie Watkins is miles or is levels ahead of Ivan Toney. And I think I'll be shocked if at all Ivan Toney starts today. I think it's going to be the man himself. He's going to be the man himself. That is Ollie Watkins. So that is my predicted starting 11 for the side of England when they take on Brazil. And some battles for you to really wait for. Rafinha versus Ben Chilwell. Good battle to watch. Richarlison, who is going to lead the side of Brazil, leading the line, taking on Harry Maguire. And John Stones facing his former teammate at Everton. That is Jaden Pickford. Vinicius Jr., the hugely waited for battle is that of Vinicius Jr. and Kyle Walker. It's hugely waited in for by people of this channel, and I just can't wait to see how that is really going to pan out. Oli Watkins taking on Marquinhos and Bremer, another huge battle to really watch at. And Marcus Rashford is going to be really taking on the right back. Is it Bremel of Brazil? Because when I look at Sportsmate, they're telling us that Rashford is going to be facing Danilo. Danilo is going to be played as the right back. Then Bento is going to come in through and really play into the goal. Bremer, Beraldo, and Wendell, that is the back four. Gimares, Douglas Luiz, and Rodrigo to play in the midfield three. Then Rafinha, Vinicius Jr., and Richarlison. You know, that front three is really threatening, but will they live up to the expectation? That is the biggest question that they have to answer today. So that's what I had for you. I see England winning this one by 3-2. That is it. I don't see Brazil winning this. If Brazil had Casemiro, Gabriel Magalhaes, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, I think it would have gone ahead to be a different type of battle altogether. But with them not having those players, I don't see them coming any close to really beating England, because England has really quality players and they are playing at home. So it will require a lot of energy and a lot of magicians to turn it around. But do they have enough magicians to turn it around? They do. But this is the first game for, is it Dorival, the manager of Brazil? First biggest test for him to obviously face off the side of England. Is referred to as the Brazilian Pep Guardiola. I just can't wait to see that tiki-taka passing by the Brazilian side. There is even Endrick, the youngster that Real Madrid went ahead to buy for 65 million euros from Palmeiras, and he was part of the team of Brazil that trained at Wembley, and he's really in the team. Very physically fit, and this is going to be his last season at Palmeiras. He's going to be joining the side of Real Madrid in the summer. I also want to have a snippet about him. But tactics of Gareth Southgate is yet to be tested again tonight onto how he can really react when he's really having the cream de la cream. Kobe Mainoo, I think, is going to be on the bench, but he'll have a go into that midfield. But I won't be shocked if at all he starts, because everyone would love to look at the midfield three of Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, and Kobe Mainoo, because Mainoo has gone ahead to prove to us that he's one of the best players in the world in his age, and in the biggest list that was made recently of the best footballing teenagers in the world, he was put in number 7. So it shows you how huge this guy is and how ranked hugely he is in the world of football. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. I call upon for your predictions too. I've gone ahead to go for 3-2 win for the side of England, but they need to obviously observe a lot on how they defend tonight. The Muslims, Ramadan Mubarak, and for the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David is my name. I'm out.